This is so great. I wanted to meet you for so long.
Oh my god!
But I picture you being like so much, like you're like a cute petite girl, but you come off so tough.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
It's a front. It's
Yes,
a total front. I'm here at the Truth About Cancer Live Day 2 in Nashville, Tennessee at the beautiful Gaylord Opryland. I can't stop saying it. I love to say it. It's like an indoor rainforest, basically. With now we're doing this huge convention. I'm here with Mel K, who I am obsessed with. I just heard you speak. Hundreds of people, like it's nothing, and I find out we have kind of a shared like entertainment history background.
Yeah.
You want to explain to the people who you are and why you're here at this conference this weekend?
Well, who I am, I started out like you. I started out with, where should I be looking at? You or
like there, but honestly,
Okay.
Look wherever. Look down at the floor if it makes you come down.
Right. Well, like you, I started out as, I was at NYU. I started out doing, trying to do stand-up. I worked all over at MTV, at Good Morning America.
Wow.
I did everything I could. I was getting my degree in journalism, and then I stayed on and got a degree in film. And I still believed, in talent and working hard and being a PA for $100 a day.
All I wanted to be was a PA at
know, me
NBC.
too.
I was like, please let me be a NBC page.
I know. I wanted to be one too.
The worst job in the world.
I know. I
Yeah.
wanted to be one too. I interned all over like you
Yes.
did. I interned at Tribeca Films and
Oh my God.
all over the place. And then and then I started working first in advertising, and that was like my first big gig, and I worked at MTV. And then I moved to LA in '99. And you know what happens when you move to LA. And you realize, oh my God, this has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with earning it. It has nothing to do with making it. This is some kind of club, which later I found out is a cult. And either you're in it or you're not. And then I first heard of you because our mutual friends, the first show I really did was with Sam Tripoli of Tinfoil Hat.
Wow.
About the bloodline families
Yeah.
and the central banking cabal.
Shout out to Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
great.
he's the best.
It fits my pants.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me the courage to do it, and our show was great. And then after that, COVID hit, and I was like, I'm going to just open my laptop and start talking.
Wow.
And that's what happened.
Mhm.
And but my thing is, I couldn't believe how we weren't fighting back. People weren't fighting
Just
back.
in the beginning?
Yeah.
Like you were or still? Or
No,
do,
I
or, yeah.
still, but I knew right away. My opinion, what happened was, actually, I was on Union with
The Union of the Unwanted, which is like, if some of the fans will know, it's a show that we do, basically collection of canceled voices speaking truth with microaggressions guy. What's his name? Charlie
Robinson.
Charlie
I love
Robinson,
him.
Sam Tripoli,
Ricky
from
Ripple
Miranda
Effect.
from Ripple Effect. And that's where I first, not heard of, but in person saw on a screen like Judy and.
Oh right, you were on
I don't know if Dr. Sherry's ever done it, but I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I did it with Del Bigtree, Jason Burmis, who I love.
Jason.
All these people. So, but really early on in the 2 weeks to stop the spread, were you in New York or in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's New York.
So we're in New York, and everything closes down, and we're watching Cuomo go on TV with Bill Gates and Eric Schmidt and say, within this shutdown, that they're going to reimagine New York. And I was like,
out the gate, they're saying
yeah.
that.
And I was saying, oh my God, it's the Great Reset. They are going to Smart City, New York. And what have we watched happen?
They're already starting to do it. They're already they've said certain areas you can't drive through.
Right. And how about all the Amazon to go? Have you seen them yet?
No.
I'm in Midtown. So they're popping up, a lot of these abandoned stores.
I have seen a lot of Amazon stores, but I just don't understand. I didn't understand them.
They're not human. Their next step is transhumanism.
Just like boxes of things. And
there's no people.
You don't interact.
No, that's what they want. They want that. And so the controlled demolition of New York, on top of that, plus watching the Marxist socialist playbook, unfold before our eyes, I said, somebody's got to say something. Somebody's got to do something. And you know how it goes. One day after another, you're like, okay, open your laptop. Who's coming on? And just get the voices out there. And at this point, it's just a matter of, I believe we already won this battle, but it's got to be us, we the people, that say enough's enough. You lose. No more. We're not going to live your debt slavery model. We're not going to do your full surveillance. I believe this whole thing, the whole COVID thing, all of it was about surveillance of humanity on a mass scale, full control of everything, our free will, our finances.
Next level Patriot Act. Right, and it's exactly. Like if it wasn't this one, you know, however it came out, accident, not accident. If it wasn't going to be this one, it was going to be something else or something similar to it.
Well,
I guess.
It's coming but the craziest part is they planned this. Operation Lockstep, which was published in 2010 from the Rockefeller Foundation, has the entire playbook there. You know about Event 201.
Yep.
They did a simulation of this.
Yeah, like October 2019.
Right. Before any of us heard about it.
They're giving away plushy COVID viruses, which I really want one.
I wanted one too.
I've been searching eBay to see if there's any left. I'm willing to pay top dollar.
Right. And then, and then it was one thing after another. And it's like, at this point, if we're not calling out, people are, who's running our country? They're running our country. The same cabal that has inflicted pain on humanity for such a long time. And we have to call them on it. And like you said, when I started doing this, I was like, okay, well, I'm just never going to work in Hollywood again. I'm never going to do this again. And guess
it's an all or nothing. It's an all or nothing bracket. You know,
yeah.
You can't be a little bit.
No.
out.
And guess what, though, I think is happening? Like I said, I'm sure you met Mike Smith and some of the other good guys. We're finding ways around it. Just like everyone that was censored, including me. I haven't been on YouTube since last December. I got terminated for talking too much about child trafficking. But I have to tell you that I never went back on. But there's all these fake channels, Melk channels, that aren't me.
They're just other.
YouTube won't take them down, and they're monetized with the same content. So they had to have been targeting me. But I'm also not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. Facebook I don't use for this. And it's at this point, but we had to figure out other ways. Their censorship, I feel like, has empowered creators, has empowered people like us to say, okay, well, what's the other channel?
Because, so where are you putting your work then? If you're not on
I'm
any
on
social medias?
Rumble.
Okay, Rumble.
Rumble is big for us, BitChute, but my the melkshow.tv and the melkshow.com. They both, that's where we're really living now because they can take us down at any time. You know, it's the Melk Show.
Oh, the Melk Show. Okay.
Yeah. But that's the thing. But I think that it's empowered creators. Now there's going to be a whole funnel for distribution because all of the projects that we want to make, you know, they're not going to make our projects. So what happens is we need to find a new distribution channel that skips Hollywood, and it's being built here in Nashville. It's being built in South Carolina. It's being built all over this country. We finally realized what? We don't need Hollywood. We don't need them. We don't even need New York City when it comes to what we do, but we were
relief,
brainwashed.
Right?
Yeah. But we were brainwashed into thinking that we had to go to LA or to New York and follow a certain model. And now we realize because of COVID, that model doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It only exists because we believe it does.
The gatekeepers truly kind of dissolved out.
Right. But I also think a lot of the gatekeepers have been removed at this point.
Really?
So,
okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to the other side of this because I think we're in good shape on the other side. I really do.
So you have hope, which is
big
great.
Hope.
I meet so many people. You know, you talk to people and you're like, oh, everything's fucked. And
yeah, no,
get your Bitcoin, get your food in a bucket.
I know. Get buy gold. Yeah, exactly. Patriot Supply. Food. No, I do think we're in good shape. I really do. I've talked to too many people to not.
What up, John Paul Rice? He's
He's
somebody who I met through Sam Tripoli.
I'm a very good friend with him. He's starting his own studio too.
I love
Everyone is. People are starting to say, we don't need you. And also for you, because I actually, when I was young and I started stand-up, Rogan and all them were just starting to.
What year did you start stand-up?
1990.
Wow.
1995. That was like the first time I had enough guts to go on stage. Because there was this teacher in New York, Joanna Bexon, and every comic was in her class. And I didn't go in there like that. A friend of mine, I was at NYU, said, if you want to, take extra classes outside, this woman, Joanna Bexon's great. She's still the best. But she has trained every single comic that has become a sitcom star.
Oh my
gosh. Through her. Ray Romano, Kevin James. Joanna Bexon, she's the best. But she takes stand-up comedians and turns them into actors, including Rogan. And that was the best class ever. And I met almost every comic that was in my class became a successful sitcom actor. True story.
How have I never heard of her?
She's the greatest. She's kind of underground, but she's the best ever. But no, that's how I knew all the comics back in the day. So
Wow.
she is a real hero, but she always told us, on her wall, never justify, never explain. And now 20 years later, I'm like, Joanna
You're
Baxton.
still doing it. So this is Joanna Baxton.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to check her out. She's the best.
Tell
her my real name sent you, and she'll be so thrilled. She's the coolest.
So when did you and we're going to do a full hour with Mel for sure. Don't you guys worry. Sometime over Zoom, but she's so busy. She's everyone's hounding her for pictures and autographs. It's a real paparazzi.
Yeah, you know
what?
what? But I thought that this would be when I was coming off stage doing what you do. You know what I mean? No, it's coming off stage talking about the UN.
And she's so great on stage. She's talking about the Rockefellers and the UN and just all the things. And everyone's standing over it. It's amazing to be around people who just get it. Right. Most times it's 10 minutes of exposition every time you try to have a conversation with somebody because you're like, okay, where on the knowledge level are you? And everyone's kind of at the same, everyone's pretty up on stuff. So you're like, oh, cool. You can just start talking instead of being yeah, are you? You know what I mean? We're all our dumb vaccinated friends. Not that they're dumb. I don't. I'm not disparaging them.
They're just uninformed of reality.
And it blows my mind that a year and a half into this, people are just not even curious. They're just going along.
It's amazing.
You haven't seen anything funny that's making you want to look deeper into it?
Here's what I think is going on. Mark Twain said, it's easier to con people than convince them they've been conned.
Yeah.
And I think right now, a lot of people that feel that way refuse to even look there. Because God forbid they were wrong.
Yes.
And we were right.
They have to justify it. They get so angry when people haven't taken the jab. Well, why haven't you? And then they're pissed. You're still alive a year and a half later. It's and thriving. And
get ready for what I told you before. This morning, this demon from the Walensky from the CDC that is totally financed and corrupted by the Gates Foundation, eugenicist. She said that they're going to have to redefine what vaccinated definition is because of the boosters.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's going to need a booster, so they're going to start saying that if you don't get the booster, you go back to unvaccinated.
Oh yeah, you're back to being a garbage person again.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're in New York. You can't go inside and stuff.
I haven't tried to. Honestly, I'm saving money. It's do I need to go to restaurants? I need to save for a new camera.
Right.
I need to, I'm saving up for a house. It's honestly the best. I go to Compound Media on Mondays. I go to the one bar
Same with us.
nearby that I know the bartender. That's cool. And it's I don't need to go to, I've been to fucking Hamilton. I've been to the Mets. I've you know what I mean? I have done New York. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I'm in and out.
Me too. And that's the other thing. Also, coming to events like this, that you have to come to more of them because I have to tell you,
this is my first one. I have got to get my money's worth out of this huge banner.
Come to San Antonio with us. Come to Dallas.
Ooh, okay.
It's super fun, first of all. But here's the other thing: we're the majority. I know we think that we're not. We're in New York. We're both in
You get in a
LA,
bubble and they make you think that you're alone and you're weird and you're a weird conspiracy
But you
theorist.
go to these things, this is a small one compared to because I've been touring with General Flynn and his Reawaken America tour. I'm telling you right now, people are fired up.
Wow.
They love God. They love country. They know who the enemy is. They're fighting for their children.
Wow.
They're fighting for all children. But they're really, you go there and you realize, oh my God, not only did they commit crimes against humanity, the media, by blocking therapeutics, censoring people, and shutting down any kind of thought that went against the official narrative, but people are awake. They just don't know that other people are.
Wow.
And then when you're in that space and people make friends and people come to again
you
and
click
again.
with you. I've made 4 really good girlfriends
I
just
know.
in the last 36 hours, which is amazing because I was telling people, I'm the last year and a half has been nothing but me shedding girlfriends.
Me too.
Everything from joining Compound Media to being in DC on January 6th to not taking the jab. It's these people were not friends to begin with, clearly,
Right.
but it's you're oh, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I'm I guess it's me and my boyfriend. I guess I'm just a friendless bitch over here. And now you come here and it's everyone's you're funny and cool and you're on the same wavelength and everyone cares about natural health, healing yourself, making yourself strong
and the Constitution and the rule of law and justice and law and order and what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I know people. We started back in Tampa, and with the General Flynn tour, and I know people who've gotten married, who have like so many friendships, who now travel. One person lives in Tulsa, one lives in Arizona. They meet at the events.
Wow,
They just
yeah.
met on this tour, and let me know. I'll do a show with you anytime, but also come to the next one. Come.
Okay.
It's becoming like a group and a family, and we just want our country back. We want this government out of our faces, not telling us what to do.
Yeah.
And the one thing I want to say to all the people out there that say, well, why would Fauci lie? Why would the government lie? Why would doctors and nurses and pharmacists and media and all these people be complicit? If you're right about COVID and the Great Reset, which is the real reason for COVID, is the Great Reset and track and trace. If you're right, why would all these people do that? And I have to remind people, 6 million people might have died in the concentration camps, but 1 million people worked there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for all those people saying, well, why would Fauci lie? Why would doctors and nurses not prescribe therapeutics? Why would I say, why did people work in the concentration camps, torturing, maiming, experimenting on, putting people in gas chambers, and then go home at the end of the day to dinner with their family? Millions of people work there.
Like, well, they're not coming after me. It's like, well, I have a family to feed. And it's like, I understand that. And I have to be mindful because I don't have kids. Like, it's I guess it's a blessing because it's like
now you might have kids when they fix this stuff. Not now, my God.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe if things go well this weekend, I'll get pregnant.
It's okay. You got a few years, so you won't have to put them into the indoctrination kindergarten.
I got to figure it out soon. I don't want somebody with a tail popping out. Although
just don't take the vaccine. That won't happen.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I met a woman last night. Her 3 daughters all got it, and she was like heartbroken. And I'm like, you have to just
Yeah, my boyfriend's son got it. He couldn't talk to him for 3 days. But the mother, when you
just have to hope for the best. And
yeah,
people just don't know. They go, oh, it's like I saw a TikTok about it, and I'm,
TikTok. I don't even.
There's so much pressure and propaganda being thrown at people in their 20s, 30s.
Yeah, even younger. I have 16-year-old twins, nieces at their school. If you're not vaccinated, nobody wants to be your friend. It's really scary.
This is Mel K. Hold on. Yeah, you go by Mel K, right?
Mel K, yeah.
I'm putting a banner across the bottom.
Okay, cool. But let's do a full hour soon.
Yeah.
Because I want you on my show too.
Okay,
I want you to talk about where you came from, how you ended up here, and we can talk about the truth about Hollywood because it's coming out. I see Alec Baldwin shot a cinematographer yesterday.
That is the fishiest thing I've seen.
This story is
you talked
not
to Mike, right? Mike is like, it's fishy. Why would there be bullets in there?
Right, there shouldn't have been. Yeah. Mike and I have both been on so many sets that I picked up guns on sets. There's no real gun. Here's the other thing that people don't know. The real prop master walked off set 2 days before this happened because they hadn't been paid in 3 weeks.
Oh.
And guess who the executive producer is?
Who?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh, my God.
That story is not what it
so
seems.
Interesting.
There's a lot of reveals going on. Don't forget, he was also an Epstein Island guy. So, I don't know, with a real bad temper.
Yeah.
So, I even look at this disappeared couple. Now they find his body. I'm like, oh, that was convenient to come out during the Arizona audit reveal.
Landry, it's very, it's interesting that they would obsess about this couple.
To such an extreme.
Yeah.
And now they're both dead.
Anybody who chooses to live in a van, it's a huge red flag. Like you're a van influencer, and we're gonna obsess about this for months instead of literally anything else. Yeah,
everything else. But I think big things are coming. I do have hope, and but it's up to us.
Yeah,
to keep talking. I mean, where people go? Imagine where people go for news, real news.
I think people are shutting off their TVs. People are getting into podcasts. I think I want the new mainstream media is I feel like Joe Rogan and Tim Pool, the biggest. And then people find their little subsects there by interest and by, it's really a lot of it's personality driven. It's if I know Mel or I know Chrissie and I generally trust their taste in guests and topics, it's I feel like it's more like following people.
Yeah. That is what it is. It's decentralized.
Yeah.
We're taking out, but you know what? They have lied so much, the media. I think they all belong in prison. I think that all those MSNBC, CIA, Anderson Cooper, CIA, Mika Brzezinski, I think all these people, I think they committed the biggest crimes against humanity for the fear, for the lying, for the censorship, for the not talking about therapeutics alone. But also, the suicide and overdose and all of that is caused by them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
And they
like,
just
aren't
don't
you glad
know or
that
care or-
we
yeah.
took a different route? Because you know what? If I worked right now at NBC or somewhere, I would feel complicit.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know why
You have to
these
be in-
people don't feel complicit.
You have to be in such a place of like, well, I have to do this. You have to justify, my family. I think of all the people that are still probably like stuck in Hollywood. Like, well, I have this lifestyle. I have these kids to put through college.
Right.
You tell yourself
Right.
you don't have any other options.
Right. It's also that because I went for screenwriting. My first screenplay was about this woman, Hannah Arendt, who wrote Eichmann in Jerusalem, The Banality of Evil. And it's the banality of evil is following orders. And it's like people justify it because they're following orders. Well, that doesn't take away your free will. You're guilty.
Yeah.
Nobody got away with it in Nuremberg because they were following. Well, a lot did, but we didn't know that. But following orders isn't an excuse. And that they want our free will, and these people are handing it to them.
It's crazy. People are like, oh, things aren't that bad. I can still get Amazon packages. You know, like people are just, you haven't lived, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't compare this to the Holocaust because I can still go to Walmart. And, you know what I mean? Like, you put it into like modern times. Well, it's not that because I still can do all my things.
And then you have to wonder why those companies that they can still do it with are the ones that made billions of dollars the last 2 years while all our friends' businesses closed. You know? So, you know, it's a cabal. It's a cult. It's a group. And I don't know. I have high hopes for the Epstein case to be revealed because there's a lot there that people do not know and need to know.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe we'll do a show on that too.
Oh, God. I would love that. Well, we have a wealth of information. Oh, do we get a question here from we're listening. Real ass shout out to Chrissy and her Italian-American friend. Shout out Brian Landry. Rest in peace, King. Aw.
You must have such a funny audience.
We do. We have fun. You know, we have a good time. I was here streaming yesterday for 2 hours, and I left to go get food, and it was blank for like 15 minutes, and people were still like commenting and talking to each other.
That's great. Attacking each other.
Mel, you're so
and
great.
You're still doing stand-up, right?
Yeah, still doing
Where
stand-up,
are you?
but I said I'm not going to perform anywhere that mandates the vaccine.
Good.
So that takes out New York for the most part. But
for
Jersey,
now.
Connecticut,
cool.
Texas, you know, I was kind of last minute coming to this convention, or else I would have dates here. But yeah, basically like everywhere else in the U.S., but California and New York. So
can you believe it? My God! But a lot of the store I saw, the comic store somewhere, not comic store. One of the big clubs in New York shut forever. I can't remember which one. On First Avenue. Oh, the Cellar's still open, I think.
Dangerfield's. Yeah, Dangerfield's
and
closed
somewhere
down.
else too.
I heard
like
they were
two
relocating,
of them closed.
But
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, look at Netflix. Wants to ban
Chappelle's special. You're like, really? After you had all these views, and after like Dave was paid and it was out for a while, then the CEO was like, oh, I didn't know we were hurting people's feelings.
I'll tell you what. No, at the very top, there's a cult, and they have cult leaders, and you are going to do what they say, or you are not. And when I saw Ted Sarandos come out and apologize, how many people really did rise up? And A and B, his LGBTQ carpool piece in the last one was one of the funniest bits I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
And if you can't laugh at yourself, what's the point?
How are these people have to prove that they saw the special to like be at this protest? Because I'm just like, how many? If you actually listen to it, there's nothing hateful in there.
How can you not laugh? And he
no,
doesn't have any hateful in him. So that's the bottom line. Hateful was when I worked on SNL with Alec Baldwin doing Trump, and I'm thinking, how is it not Daryl Hammond where it would still be funny?
Yeah.
They have Alec Baldwin who hates Trump, really, because Trump knows about all his crimes and wants them exposed, doing hate comedy.
Right.
And I'm sitting there at the time. I was in a lot of the sketches as a reporter, like in the opening segments, and I'd be that like, this isn't funny if you really hate them.
And that's the thing is like, what could make you hate someone so much unless they have dirt on you or they can take you down?
Why.
Because you could be like ambivalent. You know what I mean? Like to get to the level of hate that a lot of these celebrities went, you're like, okay, I've never seen celebrities hate a president like this before. Like what?
What a lot of people forget is that Donald Trump had a top 5 show on NBC for 14 years, and Jeff Zucker and everyone else loved him. Because when I was in Hollywood, I'd go to where I worked, I'd go to the Golden Globes and Emmys and premieres and that kind of crap when I had to. And I'll tell you right now, if he showed up, everyone wanted to meet him.
Wow.
The minute he runs for office, oh my God. And then it just got worse and worse. And you're right, that hatred. You look at it, but it's always the same characters. De Niro, Baldwin, Deborah Messing, who's a total psycho.
Isn't it Spike Lee too, or
yeah.
like that whole?
He's got a whole nother problem, Spike Lee and the R. Kelly crew. But I'll tell you right now, I think all of it's being exposed, and it can't happen soon enough. And on the other side, we're gonna have such a better country.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna unite over. Are you kidding me?
Now it's hard to see that that's
we
possible.
Just got to keep talking.
In it. Yeah.
We got to keep talking. We got to keep exposing the truth. More people cut awake. The more people are going to be like, "Are you kidding me?" And we'll unite against the real enemy, which is that cabal. There's about 3,000 of them in this country, and about 250 million of us.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then there are lackeys in between. So,
and it's like, you know what? They're trying to make us sick and dumb and
hate each other,
enslaved and divided,
and segregated, and like calling parents domestic terrorists. And,
oh God, it's crazy. It's so crazy. For showing up to a meeting with an index card, you're a domestic terrorist.
Right.
Okay.
Or God forbid your daughter is raped by a transgender in the bathroom and you show up, you're going to go to jail.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're sorry. You're transphobic. You know, enjoy your rape.
Right.
Enjoy. Well, it's
that bad.
It's a woke rape, so it's fine.
Right. It's that way. It's that bad. And they transferred the transgender kid to another school where he raped somebody else in the girls' bathroom. But hey, we got to just look at the evil. If we don't see the evil, and also you got to keep making jokes and laughing at it. The thing that these demons hate the most is being laughed at. Every time I see that Klaus Schwab, as evil as he is, I can't stop laughing.
He looks like a comic book villain. What is he wearing? Why is he always wearing like a space costume?
Right, and also, but his face, like, if that reptilian thing is real, he's definitely one of them.
Oh God!
Do you ever see his face next to Rothschild's face? You're like, he is a Rothschild, by the way, but you know. Okay, kid. Nice meeting you.
Let me just keep a light for the toilet.
No, I don't have any light left.
You're great.
I don't have any light left.
You're such a light. You're the best. I want to I don't know.
I took your card.
Take my card.
I'll text you all my info.
Okay. And
shoot. So nice meeting you.
But you too. Let me write my phone number.
If you want to sit outside at a restaurant, let me know.
I would love that. I would love to eat at an outdoor venue.
And it's going to start snowing soon. And you know what they're going to do? De Blasio is so sick, and that new governor that's worse than Cuomo. They're going to soon, I bet you, call the outdoor sheds indoor. Just you wait.
Oh, they're all covered in graffiti and they're full of shit.
And homeless people sleep in them every night because they kicked all the homeless out of the hotels that they were in for 2 years.
And now they're in the outdoor restaurants. Yeah.
I'll see you.
They're still waiting for their chalupa, you know?
And let me know if you want to join the Reawakening tour in San Antonio. It's so much fun.
I would love to.
Okay, I'll let you know everything.
Thanks, Mel.
Thanks for having me.
We'll try not to get makeup on you. I love your whole everything.
We'll be sitting outside in New York soon.
Yeah. Oh my God. So great. My God. Mel K, everybody. She's the best. I just saw her speak. I was recording her speech, which I'll try to post. Maybe I'll slip it in when I edit this. I'll slip it in the beginning. Oh my God. I was like, there's no other stand-up comics here or former Hollywood types. I can't wait to do a full interview with her. She's from the entertainment side. She did comedy. She knows all the comedy legends. That's pretty neat. She was in the class above me or whatever. She started in the 90s, late 90s. I started 2011. Wow, we know all the same people. And she's a union. Oh my God, I'm gushing. Love her. This is so exciting, guys. Hi. She's so funny. Her name's Mel K. Let me bring up her. I'm going to do her pod. She's going to do mine again. The melkshow.tv. This is her channel. Patriot Pals, Mel K. That's just an episode description. Mel K Show. I have heard of her. This whole conference is people you've heard of. And then you're like, oh, yeah. And then they leave. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, I do know them. Yeah, this is cool. She just doesn't give a fuck. I really like the cut of her jib. All right, I will sign up for a mailing list. Thank you very much. Cool. Yeah, Patriot, Street Fighter, Darkness to Light, all the stuff. We'll see. I feel like she knows a lot. We'll see how much of it is going to be allowed on the YouTubes. It's all good. Time to take off her banner. Okay. Hi, guys. Let me check out the comments here. Yeah, she's really, really great. I'm so hungry. There was breakfast in this room yesterday, and now there's not. I feel cheated today in particular. Because yesterday we had a whole spread, I had eggs, I had oatmeal. Like, when do you ever get to have oatmeal? Like, just made in a nice pot. You can put brown sugar on it. I was like, I'm really living life here. I had fruit. The fruit was flowing. And today, nothing. Look at this. I'm going to spin the camera around. You can see that there's a Christian table, if you guys remember from yesterday. That was where breakfast was yesterday. And now it's just coffee. And of course, we're in Tennessee. So there's also like sweet tea. There's my sick banner. Look at my sick banner. Frank made this for me. He designed it. It's so good. Anyway, I have to go to these more conferences. So like more of these conferences so I can get my money's worth on that banner. So anyway, there's no breakfast here today. That's what we're currently working with. Oy. Christian guy. Yeah. Hi. So let's see. Let's recap. Yesterday, there was like a meet and mingle thing. I did Friday Night Tights for like an hour, and then I had to go to this meet and mingle thing, which was like just in the lobby. It was like a conference ballroom type area. There was no booze. I found that out pretty much right away. I was like, where? Someone's like, oh, I think there's wine over there. It's weird. It's like when you, and I know I'm still technically trying to do Sober October. It's almost done. But I was just like, why is that? I was like, there's no alcohol in this whole party. What's going on? Again, more sweet tea, a lot of tiny desserts, which I appreciated. But I was like, no alcohol here. And it's cool. I was like, what? This hotel's a maze. So freaking huge. And I'm like walking down. I'm trying to look for this ballroom. And I see like Roger Stone and Kristen Davis. And I was like, hey, guys. Because, we're all BFFs now. Hey, guys, you going to the mingle? Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. So now I'm like rolling with Roger Stone. I'm like rolling in his posse with his bodyguard. Who's like a freaking Viking. He's like 7 feet tall, jacked, interesting facial hair. I was like talking to him, getting his deal. His name's David. Cool guy. And I was like, yeah. And then I like sort of helped him find the bathroom. I was like his handler for a minute. I was like, this is fun. It's like all my skill sets are coming into play, helping old men find the bathroom. I'm an open target for a deranged fan right now. There's no deranged fans here. It's been a lot of, I think I know you. I met a new friend last night. Her name was Cynthia. I forget. But she was like, she recognized me from the Hotep Jesus show. And I was like, oh my God. So we hung out for a bit. I ran into Bubble Boy again, the hydrogen Bubble Boy, the water boy. He was around. Yeah, it's funny walking around with Roger Stone. He's just constantly getting mobbed. He's constantly getting stopped for pictures. And it's not just like, oh, hey, I recognize you. It's like everyone here is a like hardcore fan of his. And they're just like, oh, my God, thank you for writing the book about, who shot JFK. I needed that. Like I waited 60 years for that book. Like a heartfelt coming up to somebody. I was like, wow. And you just have to have so much energy for these things. It's like at the end of the night, you're like, why is my face tired? You're like, oh, because I've been on, and not me, because nobody's recognizing me. A couple people, whatever. But you have to smile. You have to really, it's a lot of effort, these things. But it's fun. It was fun to roll. It's fun to roll with Roger Stone. He's got such white teeth. I don't know if he oil pulls or does whitening strips or what, but I'm going to find out. Anyway, it's 12 o'clock here. I haven't eaten yet. There's a lot of coffee. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Frank. I am headlining in Morris Plains, New Jersey on November 6th. Go to tiffscomedy.com for tickets. I already met some new girlfriends from New Jersey who are going to this show. So I am hustling. On these shows. People will go. There's a guy over there I want to talk to. Hope he comes over. I need a flare gun or something. So yeah, and also I'm going to be headlining at the Stress Factory next Friday, October 29th in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tickets for that are available as well. Go find some biscuits and gravy. I wish. I'm so hungry. There's a lot of walking around here. It's just big. It's fun. It's cool. Oh, I spilled perfume down my dress this morning, so I was like a little late to get here. I had this very cool shift dress. I don't know what it's called. It's like a dress you would wear to like a business casual job. And I have this tiny bottle of perfume that I love. It's from L'Occitane. It's like the neroli and orchid. I love this smell. And I just was like, "Ugh," and then I spilled the whole bottle in the bathroom. The whole thing is, I mean, it's, it's like that big, not like a whole, big bottle, but like a whole little bottle. And I was like, fuck. So now the bathroom reeks and I have no more perfume left, but it all went down my dress. So I don't know if perfume stains. I don't know if perfume can come out of clothing, but I like dabbed it. I soaped it up, sort of, and I threw it back in the closet. So we'll check on the dress tomorrow to see if it's wearable. If it's not, I'm going to have to do pants again. So I'm here doing pants, which is not my usual look, but it's part of my like scrappy media look. Like, okay, I'm doing jeans, a top, I have a lanyard. Things are happening. So it's fun here. Yeah, maybe I'll tour around. So, okay, what else is coming up today, you ask? Sure, let me pull up the calendar. Let me pull up the schedule of events. I know, maybe I'll flip around the camera because it's a little boring to look this way, but on the other side, you can see all the mingling. All right, so here was today. Here's day 2. These are the guys that are in charge of this event. They got into this world because I was talking to my new friend, she was telling me, I guess many of their family members had died of cancer. So that's when they got curious about natural cures and like real health solutions. This guy, I heard him speak briefly. He is in the corner talking to somebody else. And then, this is Mel K, who you guys just saw. And then Artur Pawlowski, I covered him a little bit. I talked about him months ago, right? When he stood up to those people coming into the church. I think he was out of Jersey. He was calling the cops like SS when they tried to come into the church and like shut it down. And he was like, we all saw that viral clip. I missed that guy. I've been looking for him. I want to see Artur. And Cindy Chaffin, I guess she was one of the people who helped organize J6. I saw her. Everyone's very tall here. Everyone's just, anytime you meet people in person, you're like, oh, wow. I'm just reminded of how short I am. Angela Stanton King is, oh, wow, I missed this already. Okay. So here's all the people. Oh, we talked to Casey yesterday, right? He was on the live stream yesterday. Oops. So that's cool. Dr. Brian Hooker, I met him. He might come later. Okay, I guess we're in lunch right now. Or no, this is probably going on. Oh, damn, I want to see this. Cool. All right, then it's lunch. And then it's these people. And then it's Dr. Carrie. Oh, I met her last night at Drinks. Very cool. Very smart lady. So I'll listen to that. And then these people are speaking. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. She was hanging out at the bar last night till like 1 o'clock. I was like, this girl stays up late. She wasn't like drinking or anything. She was just there hanging out, talking to people. But it's anytime I see somebody over 55 out past midnight, I'm always like, what's this person's secret? Just boundless energy. And here's who's coming up later. Ooh, skincare. Okay, I'm listening. Jeffrey Smith. I feel like I've met all these. I have all these people's business cards in my bag, and then it takes a while to start recognizing people. Anyway, more speakers. And then tonight at 6 is Eric Trump. This I'm really going to try to live stream. I heard some people are having trouble, whatever, with their signal here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to live stream his speech. So I'll be later today. And here's this thing that I am not invited to. Who knows? Maybe me and Miriam will try to sneak into this. All that I know is my only thing that I could have worn to a black tie dinner is covered in perfume right now. So that guy has food. Where did you get that food? Did you get that food here? Okay, there's food. Always ask the guy with the belly where the food is. Okay, I've heard that there's food next door. Anyway, we will try to sneak into this black tie, although I have a feeling I'm not going to get in. I don't have a ticket. Maybe I'll just linger. Maybe we'll linger outside of it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So here's the sketch. And that's just day 2. And tomorrow, a little sneaky peeky. Roger Stone's going to talk at like 9:20 in the morning. So I'm going to cover that. And then Karyn Turk, which I think she was on the pod a while back. So I'll cover that too. And then Allyn Keys, who's like his little media table is like really close to mine. So I'm going to try to do a little thing with him. And then eventually, like, right, the deal is I meet these people, I can give them a card, and then we try to set up interviews for later, like long, hour plus long. And then if I can do like tidbit interviews with them here on live stream, great. I mean, if I can get a full hour with somebody here, awesome, I'll do it. But a lot of these people are busy and running around. Judy Mikovitz, I met her last night. Oh my God, I like legit had a fangirl moment last night meeting her. She was at the bar too. We took a picture together. It's like, I have your book. I love you. She's heavily censored. Robbie Starbuck, also a Chrissie Mayr podcast guest. So, yeah, all these people. This is tomorrow. I don't know who this person is. Exciting stuff, guys. And then I fly back on Monday to do Wet Spot. So if there's anybody, like, hit me up or tag me or whatever. Oh, I really love this person. Go talk to this person. Like, let me know. Okay, that's the schedule. Here's a super chat from Trinoculus P. Bible recommendation, Thompson Chain Reference Bible. It is published in Modern English and King James Version. You can follow topics through Old and New Testaments. Ooh, thank you. I have a King James Bible that I was looking at that's like in my shopping cart. But I'll check this out too. Hey guys. Hi y'all. Yeah. A lot of Christians. The Christians are out full force at this conference, but that's fine. I don't mind them. In fact, I like them. Yeah. The Christian guy who asked me for the joke yesterday, and I told him the Palm Sunday joke, asked for another joke this morning, and I was like, I don't think you want to hear my jokes. I think you Odin is Odin there. No, he's not here. I haven't seen him yet. I like how I'm just resting my boobs on the table. Like, this is my lazy podcasting style. I'm just like, hey guys, want to come over and interview me? I'm just shelving. I don't know, because the table's pretty high. So it's just, you just rest your boobs on it. All right, this is real journalism over here. I'm so hungry. Anyway, guys, I'm headlining. I have shirts for sale. Let me try to bring one up. I have Slayer shirts. You know, like the band Slayer? Well, we have Slayer shirts. All for sale on tpublic.com. Let me see if I can pull up some of my shirts. Okay, these are my Mayor shirts. Boom. And guess what? Any color, even ones that don't necessarily look good. Hi. Ooh, cards. Yes, take cards. Oh my goodness. Hi. Jesus was not vaccinated. No, he wasn't. That's a hot tip. That sounds like a t-shirt slogan. More Christians. But I welcome them. This card says, Eric Painter, brother in Christ. That's just it. What is it? That's cool. And, oh, right, this card just says Jesus wasn't vaccinated.com. Okay. Oh, that's why she said that. Navy veteran. She's on Instagram. Cool. I'll collect cards. I got a whole card pile going. Anyway, back to the shirts. Look at this. You can get green. You can get blue. I think Kayla got hers in red. Black. Classic black. Can't go wrong with black. White. If you're not someone who deals with stains, you can get white if you're brave. Yeah, there's also a Smayer shirt. Let's see if it comes up if I search it. Smayer. Oh boy, it's a Smayer shirt. If you were a fan of Slayer, guess what? This is the shirt for you. All colors. This is the band. This is my head on each member of Slayer. Frank designed this. And then, of course, the Smayer skull t-shirt. This is my actual skull with a helmet. Who knows? If I sell one of these shirts, it will have been worth it. But check it out, tpublic.com to get your Smayer shirts and Mayor shirts. I don't know. We're having fun. Okay, I'm so hungry. Check out my shows. Again, Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, October 29th. Two shows, 7:30 and 9:30. And then Morris Plains, Dojo of Comedy, November 6th, one show, 9 o'clock. New friends that I met at this convention will be there. I'm very excited about that. All right, we've been going for 44 minutes. Cool. Oh, Frank's coming in hot with the link for Mayr shirts. Yeah. Hi, guys. All right, let's see if I missed any. Christians are at this cancer event because this is a medical freedom event, like freedom to find your own cures, and it all comes together, right? Censorship, right? Because a lot of natural cures for cancer are censored because big pharma doesn't make any money off of that, off of, you're buying vitamins and herbs and taking that stuff, right? And this has been going on for decades. So, but what do they also censor, right? People with differing opinions, people, you guys all know. You're all hip. You all know. You're all down with what's up. So when you realize that like censorship and natural health, like all these things come together and are related, and these are all the same people, like kind of like fighting the same battle. And then of course there's people here who like have cancer, who are like looking for help and all that. And I'm like, my mom died of cancer. Some guy was like, if she had had this supplement, she would have lived. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to say? I don't know. My mom would have loved this convention. She would have loved this hotel. She would have been talking to everybody. She would have been probably buzzed. But yeah. So we're having good times. Let's see. It's 12 o'clock now. Maybe I'll break for lunch. I'll definitely cover the Eric Trump thing. And yeah. All right. I'll be back, guys. I think I'm going to try to get some food. Love you. Bye.